Hey, what's up? What's up, Facebook? What's up? Hello out there to my viewers. Hello, what's up? You now tuned into another episode of Jay's Spot. Episode number 21. 21 episodes strong. We working. Salute to those who are tuned in. Salute to those who tune in each and every Tuesday. And salute to those who even don't tune in, but we're going to get this message across. We're going to get this groundwork working. We're going to keep pushing that greatness. So salute. The time approximately is 8:35. I'm going to give, some more viewers some more time to get in and rock out with your boy. Like I said, we on episode 21. We working. We moving. We putting that work in. And that's what it's all about. We dedicated to this. I'm dedicated to this. But I hope everyone out there enjoyed their Memorial weekend. It was a 3-day weekend. I hope you guys out there, y'all hit up some barbecues. I hope y'all had a lot of food. Y'all got y'all drink on. But at the same time, you drank responsibly, so salute to those who enjoyed their Memorial weekend. But tonight episode, we're gonna talk about who makes co-parenting difficult, the mother or the father. Like, I want to hear what y'all gotta say. I want to hear, like, what's y'all views on that? Like, how y'all feel about that? And to those who tuning in, if you can, at the bottom of your screen, just click that share button so we can share this episode. I appreciate it to all those who could just click that share button, as well as you could click the thumbs up button or the heart button. If it's something interesting that you hear, that you like, just click that heart button, click that thumbs up button. Let me know, you feeling the topic, you feeling what's being said. Brown, salute. What's up, brother? Salute. Thank you for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Dunkley, salute. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, yeah, so I want to know, like, who makes co-parenting difficult? Is it the mother or is it the father? Like, I get a lot of mixed reviews about it. Like, some will say, like, I would say, like, about, now I'm not even gonna lie. This ain't trying to bash women, because that's not what this is about. But like a good 70% that be in my ear telling me stuff is, they say the woman. And then it's like the other 30% be the man, be the father. So it's like, what is it? Is it 70-30 or is it 50-50? Like what is it? So we're gonna tackle that topic right there, and we're gonna see who makes co-parenting difficult. Now, a lot of people have like experiences. They've went through experiences with co-parenting. Some had successful co-parenting, and some had difficulties doing co-parenting. So we trying to find out, like, why is it so difficult? Like, why must it be so difficult if you and the person are not together anymore, but y'all share a child or y'all share children? Why is it so difficult? Like, why y'all just can't lay out the foundation, the blueprint, and say what's what? Like, okay, we do this together, we do that together, or you have the kids these holidays, you have the kids these holidays. Like, why is it so hard? Like, why must it be so difficult that, people can't co-parent? And the people who are really suffering in this are the children. Like, real talk, it's the children that's really suffering. So It's like, is something still there between the two? Like, does the mother still have feelings for the father? Does the father still have feelings for the mother? Like, what is it? Like, why is it so difficult? Why can't parents just, go their separate ways, but at the same time take care of their children or their child? Like, it's not that hard. Really and truly, it's not that hard. You and the person not together anymore. Y'all should just co-parent. Why make life difficult? Why put stress on yourself? Stress is not good. There's too many people out here like passing out and collapsing and dying. And then when you come to find out the situation, it's because they were stressed. Like, I really don't get it. But that's what we talk about. We're going to talk about who make the co-parenting difficult. Is it the mother or is it the father? Now, some people, like, for this topic, like, I had to talk to some people who went through this situation, and a lot of them were pointing fingers at the woman because, I mean, this was with me talking to men, of course, like fathers. They would say, like, I try to co-parent with her. I try to be there for the kids. I try to this, try to that, but she makes it difficult. She don't let me know, like, when my kids have practice at school, or she don't let me know when my kids have a test coming up. Like, why are women like, why are some mothers like that? If you and the person are not together, why is it so hard to let the person know, like, okay, your kids have practice this day, or you could pick your kids up that way, or you could pick your child up this day? Like, why is it so hard? Like, it has to be something. Like, we have to come to a mutual agreement behind this situation. And then some women I've talked to, they were like, oh yeah, I try to let him be involved in his kid's life, but he don't want to be involved because we're not together no more. So he walked away from me as well as the kids. Now, if that's the case, like, you fathers out there, y'all, just because you walk away from the mother, you don't have to walk away from your child or your children. They didn't have anything to do with the situation. It's between you and that mother, like, not you and the children. It's between you and the mother. So yeah, I can honestly agree. You have some men out there, they will make it a little difficult because they want the mother back and the mother don't want them. So, they're going to just F everything up. In other words, they're going to F everything up. But it's like, you can't be mad that if it didn't work out with you and the mother. Like, what do you want? You want to be with the mother, and the next thing you know, y'all get into a really bad argument or a really bad fist fight, and then you give her one blow and she dies, or she gives you one blow and you die. Like, all of that parents need to think about. Like, if it didn't work out between you and the father or you and the mother, so be it. Maybe it's a blessing that it did not work out. Maybe that's God trying to tell both of you guys something. But still in all, you don't walk away from your children. You be there for your children regardless to what goes on. Yeah, Dunkley, that's true. Jealousy do plays a part. Like, that is very true. Jealousy do play a part on the woman's part, because if the man leaves, the woman feels like, okay, he left me, but we have a child or children in common, so I'm gonna make his life a living hell. But why? Like, I just don't, like, that's an answer, like, I don't think anybody out there have. You might come close to having an answer, but it's like, why? Like, why must you be jealous because the man left? Okay, he left, so be it. Okay, yeah, you're hurt. You're probably going through your emotions. You're going through your feelings. So be it. But at the end of the day, you still gotta raise them kids or that child. You still gotta lift your head up so your child don't see you crying or seeing you hurt. Life still goes on. That Dunkley, that's true. That is very true. The mothers don't want other women taking care of their kids. That's absolutely true. But what? Okay, I honestly see where you're coming from with that. That is true, because it could be it could be vice versa. Like the father don't want a next man to take care of his kids. Exactly, like basically what I just was saying, vice versa. But if you come into contact, like if you and the father are not together, and he gets a new woman, okay, you're so much going through your head. You don't want another woman to take care of your child. Granted, I understand that. But I do feel like if the father cares a lot about his children, he's not going to bring a dangerous woman around his kids. Because at the end of the day, those are still his kids. Just like for the mother, they're still her kids as well. So if the mother feels the father is the reckless type to bring a dangerous woman around the kids, then okay, I can see why the mother wouldn't want another woman to raise her child or her children, because you don't want someone to hurt your kids, or you don't want someone to beat your kids, and they're not even the mother to be putting their hands on your kids. I get all that. But what happens when the father is a good man and the father, he know how to pick his women, sort of say. He know how to pick his women. So he brings a woman around his kids, but the woman is like basically she could be a role model to those kids, or she could be a motherly figure to those kids. Like, does the mother still feel bitter and jealous and hurt behind that? Because at the end of the day, the father is bringing someone around his kids that is not going to harm his kids. That's not gonna possibly hit his kids and give them one blow and then they fall out and collapse. It's scary. It's really scary when two parents aren't together anymore and they have to get with a new significant other. It is scary because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on when you're not in the household. You don't know if the new significant other, which is the man, if he's beating your kids and disciplining them where he's not supposed to discipline them, or vice versa. You don't know if the girlfriend is disciplining the kids or hurting the kids, and you don't know what's going on because you're not in the household anymore. Salute to Thomas for tuning in. You salute. Yeah, it is true. It is true, but it's like, yeah, you and the mother didn't work out for a reason. So you have two types. You have two types. You have one type, if it don't work out with the parent, with the mother or the father, you'll fall back. You'll give yourself time to breathe. You'll try to, find yourself. You'll try to find out where you went wrong in your relationship. And then you have the other type that it don't work out with the mother or the father. So you jump into another relationship because you can't see yourself being alone. Now, me personally, I find that as to be a dangerous thing to do, because you jumping into another relationship just like that, just to basically cope with the fact that you and the father are not together, or you and the mother are not together. So it's I don't know. I really don't get it. For these comments, comment from Brown, co-parenting will be difficult if both parents don't sit and talk about the best interests of the child. That's true. What makes it difficult is trust. You won't know if that person will value the child as the biological parent. That's true, Brown. That is true. And this is what I notice with parents, how I know they don't put the kids first. Because for me in my situation, with me and my kid's mother, when I went my way or whatever the case is, I was willing to let her, meet the new person I was dealing with. But she made it difficult. She made it hard, like, no, I don't want to meet anyone. I don't want nobody around my kids, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, but I'm being a bigger person because I could have been grimy and not let you meet the girl. I could have just let the kids be around her, and the kids coming back to me, oh yeah, mommy, we did this with daddy and the new girlfriend, we did this, we did that. But I didn't move that way. I moved on a mature level, a grown up level. I'm like, yo, I want you to meet this woman or whatever. She made it difficult. So I said, okay, you know what? I asked once, I asked twice. You ain't gonna get a third time out of me. So I let it be. I let it fly. So at least at the end of the day, I could say, and in my heart, I know I tried, to let her meet the new person I was dealing with. But because she's still holding on to the fact that I'm not there anymore or I'm not with her, it's like you feel that's gonna hurt me. You're not hurting me. I'm being the bigger person and giving you the opportunity to say this is who's gonna be around the kids. But you didn't want that. So yes, in some situations, women do make it difficult, as well as in some situations, men make it difficult. But it's all about maturity. You got to be mature about the situation. You got to put your kids first. Your kids come first. Like my kids, anyone that knows me knows my kids come first. Yeah, I could have a girlfriend. I could have a new partner, whatever the case may be. Yeah, the partner would be important as well. But at the same time, my kids are at the very top of the list. Just like if the girl I'm dealing with, she have a kid or kids, her kid should be at the top of the list. I won't feel no way. I understand how this goes, so I won't feel a way. But at the same time, the woman shouldn't feel a way. She should be like, okay, well, he's a good father because he wants nothing but the best for his kids or his child. But when you have some parents out there that just want to be evil and want to make it hard just because you moved on, that's not right because you're not putting the kids first. You putting your feelings and your selfish acts before your own kids. And that's not right. Comment from Wilson, Adrian Wilson, I believe. Yeah. They don't want them disciplined by a step parent, but I won't look after a child that I can't discipline. I mean, some parents feel like that. Like, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want a step parent to discipline your child because for me, and I don't know, some of my viewers, maybe you feel this way or maybe you don't, but to each your own. But if I'm dealing with a woman and her kids are doing, like they're making a lot of noise, this and that, I'm gonna go to them softly and be like, okay, kids, y'all make a little bit too much noise. Like, relax. Like, chill out, whatever. Okay, I said it once. If I say it the second time and it still continue, I'm not going to say it a third time. I'm going to go to the mother and be like, oh, look, your kids, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like, I don't want to be the one to discipline them because I'm not their biological father, but I'm coming to you because you're their mother. You're their biological mother. So you should be the one to discipline them. If you feel you want to, slap them up or hit them upside their head or take away a video game or scream at them, that's you. You can do that. I can't. Regardless of what, even if we're married, I still don't feel right that I should be disciplining your kids like that. I'm going to come to you and let you take care of it. That's just me. And that's just how I see the situation. And that's how I would move with any woman that I'm dealing with if she have kids, especially if we don't share a kid or kids together. So, yeah, so some parents, they really, some parents would discipline the kids, although they're not the mother or the biological mother or the biological father. Some do that. But me personally, I wouldn't do that because I'm going to take it hard if my son calls me or my daughter calls me and be like, oh, daddy, mommy new boyfriend yelled at us or mommy new boyfriend pushed us and told us or grabbed us by our ears to tell us to sit down. I'm not even going to be on the phone anymore. I'm going to be on location, going to the house to find out, like, why is this man putting his hands on my children? But like I said, it all plays a part with being mature. Like some people, some parents, like they feel like because the biological father's not in the house, and the new boyfriend is in the house, or vice versa, new girlfriend in the house, whatever. They feel, oh, he could discipline my kids. He or she could discipline my kids. I mean, if that's how you feel, if that's how you you're happy with, then so be it. But me personally, I can't do that. I just can't do that. It's not in me. It's not in my nature. I would go to the parent, to the woman, the girlfriend I'm dealing with, and be like, look, I spoke to the kids on twice, 2 occasions. They didn't listen. So, maybe they'll listen to you. Because you have some kids out there too. You have some kids out there too that they'll tell you straight, you ain't my father or you ain't my mother. So I don't got to listen to you. Or I don't got to, hear what you got to tell me. You have some kids that's like that. That is true. You really do have some kids that's like that. And you have some boyfriends or some girlfriends, knowing that they're not the biological father or biological mother, they'll bark on the kids. But I'm not here for that. That's not me, and I'm not going to do that. From Dunkley, that's even worse. The mother will think that the child will gravitate to that lady because she's a better role model. So the mother is scared she might lose her position as a mother. They are not sure how to hold their own, so they do the easiest thing they know and fight it. I mean, it's crazy you said that, Dunkley, because a view of mine that, when I was talking about this topic, said the same thing you basically just said. The mother, the biological mother would feel like, I don't want this new girlfriend around because she might take my place. She might be a more funner mother, or she might be she might be a better role model than me. Whatever the case is. Now, how I feel about that situation, the kids know who their real mother is. The kids know who their real father is. Now, granted, you have some boyfriends or some girlfriends, they come into the picture. They might want to be the more funner person or stepdaddy or stepmother. You're right. But if the biological mother is still in the picture, or biological father is still in the picture, once you have that talk with your kids and you let them know, like, look, I'm daddy at the end of the day, that's mommy at the end of the day, no one can take our place. They can come and try, they can come and fight to take our place, but as long as you know who your real father is and who your real mother is, that's all that matters. And you have some stepmothers and stepfathers out there, they will try to play that card and push to try to win over the son or to win over the daughter, where they don't go to their biological father or their biological mother. You have some people out there that's like that. I call those people evil, but you have some people that's like that. So the biological mother shouldn't feel no way if the man has a new partner in his life. As long as the biological mother is doing her part and being a good mother, she shouldn't have anything to worry about. But when you bitter and you evil, and it's just not right. Comment from, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the comments. Comment from Brown: I believe understanding is the key. Pretty much what I just said, Brown. Look at that. I basically said that, and here you go with the same thing. I believe understanding is the key, and the person who is involved with the parent needs to know all the expectations that go with pertaining to the child. I think it would be better if all the adults are involved, if possible, so all parties have an understanding of each other. No biological parent wants their child hurt by a newcomer. That's true. So understanding is a very big thing. Brown, that's Brown. That is so on point and so true. Just like what I just said a little while ago. When I moved on, I tried to let my kid's mother meet, my new significant other. She didn't want that because I guess she basically feel like, Dunkley, what you were saying, Dunkley, she probably felt like, no, she's coming to take my place. She's coming to win over my kids. She's coming to knock me out the box. But why are you thinking like that? As long as you're doing your part, you shouldn't have to worry about the next woman or the next man. Like for me, for example, I don't worry about if my kid's mother have someone in the picture, because I know for me as a father, I'm actively active in my kids' life. I'm always checking up on my kids. I'm always finding out how my kids day went at school. I'm always finding out what they've done since, what they've done on the weekends that I don't have them. I'm always finding out things like that. You have some fathers that don't even check on their kids. God is my witness, and God strike me down right now. Like, I check on my kids every day. Even the weekends I don't have them, I check on them. Like, how was your day, son? How was your day, daughter? How was it? Like, I mean, when I say daughter, she's not of age to talk yet, but but like for my son, like, how was your day? Like, what did you do today? Did you like what you did? Like, where did you go? Where mommy take? I'm sorry, I'm talking fast. Where did mommy take you? Like, I'm always on my kids' back. Like, I want to know, like, because I'm not in the household or in the picture, I want to know, like, how their day went. Like, what did you do? Like, some fathers don't check on their kids, and that's wrong. But like I said, I'm a different breed when it comes to my kids. And any kids I put out in this world, I'm gonna be a different breed with them. I'm not gonna know I have kids over here and I'm all the way on the west side and I'm not checking for them on the east side. Like, no, I'm gonna check on my kids regardless. Whatever the relationship is with me and the parent, with me and the mother. So you're right, Brown. It would be a blessing. That would be a blessing and a great thing if all parties could come and sit down as one, just to have a good understanding, because it's not about the parties. It's about those kids. It is not about the parties. It is about those kids and what's best for those kids. So that's why I say maturity plays a big role in this. And it bugs me out that some parents, mother or father, can't be mature. They just put their selfish ways first, when it's not even about them anymore. It's about those kids. So it's sad. It's really sad. But another comment comes in from Tisha. So I am in a situation where my son dad has moved on and has a fiance, and I am quite comfortable in the situation. She helps my son with his homework, buys him toys, cook for him, etc. I have always handled the situation with maturity, so it made it easy for her to play her part. You see, Tisha, I salute you. I salute you as a woman. I salute you as a mother, and I just salute you all around the board. We need more women out there like that, like you, believe it or not. Because I feel once the person is not like abusing your child, once the party is not threatening your child, once the party is not, trying to hurt your child, like, we all good. We are good. Now, if the kids say, well, daddy, Miss such hit me, or well, daddy, well, Mr. such and such hit me, then that's when it's a problem. That's when we got to pull up to your door and find out, like, yo, what are you doing? Because everyone out there, I know, feel the same way. Someone else put their hands on your child or your children. You don't want to hear sorry. You don't want to hear it was by mistake. You pulling up and you turning up. So Tisha, like, I salute you for that. Like, I salute you all around the board, because most women out there can't be that mature and pull a card like that. They still bitter and still hurting and still selfish. So I salute you on that right there. Comment from Shay. What should new boyfriend's role be? Should new boyfriends be allowed to discipline, not hitting a child if they love and respect the child? Shay, for that right there, for me personally, I feel the new boyfriend could play his role. Yeah, he can play his role. But I feel when it comes to the discipline part, like, it should all be left up to the mother. Or vice versa, it should be left up to the father. Now, yeah, the boyfriend could love that kid. I mean, it's not his kid or his daughter or however. He could love that kid unconditionally. But I think some kids would take it. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything like that, but I believe some kids would feel a way knowing, like, oh, this ain't my father. He's trying to tell me what to do, or he's telling me, basically what to do. Now, I will say this now. Here's the flip side. If the biological father is not in the picture, like if the biological father is not in the picture at all, like he cannot be found, he does not pick up his son's calls or his daughter's calls, and if it's a boyfriend in the picture, and that boyfriend has been playing the role of the father for so long, or for however long, then yeah, I feel nothing's wrong with him disciplining that child, because remember, he's been in the picture from day one. He's been in the picture from day one. So I feel if anything, yeah, he can discipline that child because he's been in the picture from day one. Now, if the biological father is in the picture, but they're just they're co-parenting or trying to co-parent. If the biological father is in the picture and the boyfriend is in the picture, then the boyfriend shouldn't have anything to say. The boyfriend should tell the mother, like, look, I know his real father's still in the picture. I know the real father's doing his part. This is what your kid is doing. You handle that, or you tell the father, let the father handle that. That's how I honestly feel that's how it should go. Now, others out there might have different opinions, but me personally, I really do feel that's how it should go. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, Shay, it's true. Like, if the biological father cannot be found, and the boyfriend is in the picture and has been in the picture from day one, then yeah, he could discipline that kid, because it's not biologically his child, but he's been around since day one, so he can basically call that his child. But if the biological father is around, then yeah, then the boyfriend should just fall back up, or whatever. Tell the mother, let the mother handle it. Or if not, if the new boyfriend and the biological father, speak like that, it's very rare you see situations like that. But if both of the males speak, then that new boyfriend can hit up the biological father like, yo, your son is doing this or your daughter's doing this, whatever. I'm not trying to, take your shine or whatever, but, I think you should talk to your kid about that, or your kids about that. Then I don't see anything wrong with that. But that right there takes a lot of maturity. You have to be like, both men have to be mature on that level. Because, you might have the biological father, he might feel like, oh, so he the new dude that's smashing my old thing. And the new boyfriend could feel like, oh yeah, I'm smashing your old thing. And, it's an ego thing. You got to also remember, with men, ego plays a big part. And Brown, I know you could agree with me on that. Ego plays a big part for men. Like, their ego would get the best of them. Real talk. Another comment from Shay. My mom was a single mom, and she never let anyone she dated discipline or spank us, and that stuck with me. See what I'm saying? Ooh. Oh, see what I'm saying, Shay? Like, look how your mother raised you. She didn't let someone that she was dating discipline y'all. And I really feel like that's a moral that should be stuck with all parents. Because like I said a little while ago, like, if I'm dealing with a woman and she have kids, I'm not going to be the one to try to discipline her kids. That's not my job. That's not my role. Now, granted, if the biological father is not around and I've been around since day one, then yeah, I'm going to see that kid as my own. Now, if that's the case and I still see that kid as my own and I try to discipline him and the mother, feels away, although I've been around from day one, if the mother feels away, I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm going to respect her wish. I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm not going to hold grudges towards her. I'm going to respect her. But some people, they different. Comment from Brown. Oh, Brown hit me with a long one. I think a new boyfriend's role should be getting to understand the woman and the child, getting to know the woman as a friend instead of a disciplinary. I don't think any new boyfriend should have the right to put his hands on the children because that is an opening for abuse. That's true. I think maybe correcting the child for better would be fine, but being harsh, I think that is up to the mother. I agree. Any real mother is not going to love a man over her children, so that has to be discussed from the beginning. That is why communication is so important between man and woman, so they can have a clear understand. So they can have a clear understanding of each other, so nobody hurt physically, mentally, or emotionally. Brown, I agree. I agree with you. I'm glad you put that little. I'm sorry. Ooh, something went in my eye. I'm glad you put that little part in there. The where's that? Where's that? Wait, let me get back to it. Yeah, the part where you said like the no boyfriend should put his hands on the child, but if he want to correct the child with something he's doing wrong, then yeah, that would be that is okay. But correcting him or her, like the son or the daughter, that's fine. But to actually lift your hand up and put your hands on that child, knowing it's not your child, then yeah, something's wrong with that. Something is really wrong with that. And both parents should, like, real talk, both parents should come to an agreement where they could sit down and talk. And like you said, like, bring all parties in together and sit down and work something out. Because I really do hate, and hate is a harsh word. Like, I really do hate when a mother is putting the new boyfriend before her kids. I hate that with a passion. Like, I hate that with a passion. Like, if you're trying to get, and some women do this. If you're trying to get at the father by bringing a new guy into the picture and having a new guy around the kids and having a new guy kiss up on the kids and having a new guy, having the kids call him daddy and stuff like that, like, you're bitter. You shouldn't even be called a mother. You should not be called a mother. Because you're trying to make that father hurt, but at the same time, you basically using your kids as a pawn to get back at the father. Like, that's corny. And I'm not gonna call no names out there, but I know a person who's doing that right now. But like I said, J Spot ain't here for all that. We here for that positive. We ain't here for that negativity. But that's corny. That's real corny to me. But you're absolutely right, Brown. Absolutely right. I guess this comment is to Brown from Shay. Yes, Brown, I had a family member who would let her boyfriend pop her kid left and right. It used to get me so sick to my stomach. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Like, how you call yourself a parent? Like, whether you're a mother or a father, like, how you call yourself a parent and you letting someone who's not the biological mother or biological father pop your kids or hit your kids or discipline your kids? That's crazy. That is really crazy. And something else I'm gonna put out there. This is something else that someone has done or still is doing. I hate, and like I said, I hate is a harsh word, but I hate when some women are not with the father and they just meet him. They just meet this new man, not even 2 months, and they will leave their kids in the house with that new man by themselves. Like, just tell me if I'm wrong about this, viewers. Tell me, like, is that a real parent? Like, as a mother, how can you do that? How can you just meet this new man, don't know much about him, and you have a 10-month-old baby or like, a 5 and 6 year old child, like son or daughter or whatever, and you're gonna leave them in the house with that new boyfriend? You don't know anything about this man. 2 months? You really telling me you've known someone? I'm sorry. You really telling me you know someone for that long? You could know someone in a lifetime within 2 months, in a 2 month span. That right there, I call that abuse and neglect, because you don't know what that man is capable of doing to your kids. And then if he, like sexually assaults your child, you won't know anything because you're not in the home. Like that right there, like I really hate that with a passion. Like you putting your kids in danger like that with basically a stranger. A stranger. Like I don't respect that. I do not respect that. But you have some parents out there, they do that, and it's like you can possibly hurt your child or your children. What if this man is not who he say he is within them 2 months, and he snaps and he rapes your daughter, or he rapes your son? Like that's left on your shoulders to deal with. But some parents out there really move like that, and I can't respect that. I cannot respect that. Comment from Brown. I'm guessing this is to Shay. Yeah, that is a terrible thing, Shay. I hate to hear children get hurt. It is not a nice sight to see when a mother lets people discipline her children. She loses all power as a mother. Exactly. You lose all power as a mother when you let a next man or a next woman discipline your child or your children. In my eyes, you're not a mother anymore or a father. You are not a mother or a father in my eyes. If you let some newcomer come and disciplining your kids or slapping your kids upside their head or beating your kids, like you lose all power. You lose all power. And it is what it is. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You are not a real mother if you do that, or a real father. But there's so many parents out there that they are mature enough to co-parent. And to those parents out there that's mature enough to co-parent, I salute you guys. Men and women. I salute you. Because you're not putting your bitter and your angry ways in front of your child. You're putting your child first. You are putting your child first. And I salute all parents that put their children first. I salute them. Those are real parents. Those are real mothers, and those are real fathers. Brown, that is why it is so important to know who is around your children, and you have to be very safe, because if not, children will be destroyed. Brown, thank you, my brother, thank you. You have to be. It is important of an importance to know who you're bringing around your child or your children. You can't just leave your kids in a house with a total stranger that you don't know like that, especially if you just met him or her for 2 months. Like that is bugged out. It's crazy. So Brown, I salute you on that. Like the kids will be destroyed, and then they're going to be dealing with that for the rest of their life, because they're going to be like, this man is in the house with me, or this woman is in the house with me, but my real father can't be in the house with me, or my real mother can't be in the house with me. Like, yes, children are young. Yes, children, they're young, or you might think they don't know what's going on, but deep down, they can be hurting right in front of your eyes, and you don't know that they're hurting because they hide it so well. Some hide it very well, and some break down in front of you. So some will let you know, like, I don't like this. Like, why is this man in the house with us? Or why is this woman in the house with us? And another thing too that I love about situations, when it comes to the co-parenting, I love when parents can be they'll get in a new relationship, but they would not bring that new significant other around their kids till maybe a year later, or maybe even 2 years later. You have some people, they'll wait 6 months. You have some people that'll wait 6 months, but I salute those that wait at least a year to 2 years. Because that shows you care so much about your children. And it also shows that the relationship you're in with that new person, like, it's something serious. Because you don't want to keep bringing Tom, Dick, Harry, Sean, Lisa, Erica, Monica around your kids. You don't want to confuse your kids. You don't want your kids to think it's cool to have multiple men around them or multiple women around them. You don't want your kids to see that. You don't want your kids to see that. Like, believe it or not, you don't, because they will grow up and have that in the back of their heads, and they will feel it's cool to have multiple people around them. So, parents, like, you have to be very conscious of who you bring around your kids. And you have to play your part and put your kids first. You cannot let these men come in and brainwash you, or let these women come in and brainwash you guys. And next thing you know, you fall for them and have them around your kids. And next thing you know, they're abusing your kids and you don't know anything. And then they probably could threaten your kids and tell your kids, like, you better not tell your mother, or you better not tell your father. And you know kids out there, they're scared if you threaten them. If you threaten them and tell them, like, oh, if you only say something, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to come back and beat you. Like, they're going to be scared. So, of course, they ain't going to want to say anything. Comment from Shay. No one you're only dating for 2 months should even meet your kids. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Shay, you are absolutely right. But I ain't gonna point no fingers or no elbows with that situation. But yeah, it really shows that some women out there they just want to have someone. They just want to have someone. Just because it ain't work out with the father, they just want to go and then bring that person around the kids so soon. Now, I could be like, God could strike me down if I'm lying on what I'm about to say. I remember in my past, when I would date a woman that has children, she would tell me, like, maybe after 2 weeks, oh, you could come over to the house. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to come over to the house. Like, why you don't want to come over to the house? Like, we just met. I don't want your kids to see me. That's one. And I don't want your kids to get attached to me. Because who's to say this is going to go any further? Who's to say this is going to go anything further? We could probably do a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And the next thing you know, it could not be good to me, or it could not be good to you. And the next thing you know, I'm out the door, or you out the door. And the next thing you know, you have your kids meeting multiple different dudes, or meeting multiple different women. That is not okay. That is not okay. So you really need to be conscious of who you dating and who you bringing around your kids. And there should really be a time limit on when you date someone, how long it should take for them to meet your kids. Because any woman, like I said, I've dated in my past, I held back. I held back because, like I said, I don't know if it's going to go any further. I don't know if I'm going to be serious with this woman. I don't know if I'm going to be exclusive with this woman. And then next thing you know, they kids getting attached to me, and I know tomorrow I'm never coming back. And then their kids is going to be like, Mommy, where's that guy that came over? Or Mommy, where's that guy that was playing video games with me? Or Mommy, where's that guy that took me to get ice cream? You have to be conscious about who you bring around your kids. And that's true, Shay. Those women are desperate. Because if you and the father don't work out, like, why are you jumping into another relationship so soon? If that's how you move, then that's how you move. But you should not bring a newcomer around your kids so soon. You should not. So I really do hope, like, this topic gets out there to the masses, and people really sit and watch this episode and make better choices in their lives. Like, try to work it out. When I say work it out, try to work it out to the point where you can co-parent. Like, you should want to know who's around your kids. You should want to know you should want to know you met your kid's father new girlfriend, or you should know you met your girlfriend's new boyfriend. Like, you should want to know these things because you don't want no stranger around your kids. We've all seen on the news, like, it's so many parents out there that bring these men around their kids, and then the men beating the kids, and the next thing you know, the kids are dying. Like I've seen a lot of situations like that right here in Brooklyn. A female I went to high school with had a boyfriend around. I mean, this was a couple years back. Like I think this was like 2007 or six. But she had her new boyfriend around the kids, and the boyfriend, they were starving her daughter. I believe it was, yeah, they were starving her daughter, and the boyfriend was beating her daughter, and the boyfriend gave her that one blow and it killed her. So yeah, the man is in jail, and the girl that I went to school with, she's in jail as well. So I said, like, parents out there need to be conscious of who they bring around their kids, man. You have to be more careful of who you bring around your kids. If it didn't work out with you and the parent has someone new, try your best to like put your feelings aside. Yes, he's hurt you. Yes, she's hurt you. Move on. We've all been hurt. Like, I would be lying to you guys if I tell you I haven't been hurt. I've been hurt in the past. Did I let it break me or define me? No. I just moved on. Yes, nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to go through pain and suffering. But you got to move on. If that person, you got kids with them and they in a new relationship, just wish them the best. I know it'll hurt, but just wish them the best, because you don't know what that person might do to them. And then that'll be your karma right there. That will be your karma. That new person could come into their lives and hurt them, rip them, break them down to their core, to the point where they want to probably possibly hurt themselves. And then you just sitting back chilling, and you like, yep, that's my karma. You did me dirty, so now he came to do you dirty. So we gotta do better. We gotta move on and forgive and forget. If you can't forgive, just forget. If you can't forget, just forgive. Real talk. Because these kids are our future, and these kids should come first, no matter what. No matter what, these kids should come first. You should not put a man before your kids, and you should not put a woman before your kids. These kids are the future, and we have to be here and in their corner to raise them the right way. Now, a lot of people's situation is different with co-parenting. Me personally, I wish I could have co-parent, but it ain't work out that way. I was the mature one, but my kid's mother, she was when you don't have someone teaching you the right things growing up, it's gonna stick with you up until you're in your 30s, up until you're in your 40s. Now, luckily for me, like, I had a good mother, I had a good grandmother. I mean, I have a good mother. Like, my mother's still alive, but I have a good mother. I had a good grandmother, as well as I have uncles that, you know, they taught me right from wrong. They taught me how to mature, and they taught me how to be a man. So for me, like I could handle any situation. What hurts me is when you try to play me in the situation and the kids are involved. Like, don't do that. Because you know my kids come before you. Just like I'm sure, well, if you're a good mother, the kids will probably come before me. But for me, on my end, my kids come before a lot of people. They come before a lot of people. And that's how I want to keep it. That's how I want it to be. And I just want to, you know, be that best father that I can be to my kids. And to any future kids out there that I do have in the near future. But it's unfortunate that some women can't be mature like that to put the past in the past and just move on. It's sad, but it don't stay cloudy forever. The sun comes out sooner or later. That's the saying that a lot of people say. And hopefully someday, like, some parents out there that are bitter and miserable, they see the bigger picture and they put their kids first. Because that's what should be more important at hand, those kids. Comment from Dunkley. It is rather difficult to state whether the father or mother is a better co-parent, but it should be very very essential that both parents should ensure that they meet, have a mature discussion where both parents state their expectations and build a fundamental relationship. That's true, Dunkley. That's true. That is absolutely true. But here's the hard part: maturity. That's the hard part. Some parents can't be mature enough to want to put their feelings to the side and have a discussion about the kids. Like that's what becoming mature is all about. You putting those kids first, and okay, you're not with the father or you're not with the mother. Okay, you got a new partner. Okay, we can meet this day. We could sit and talk. Let me see how this person is. Let me see what this person is about. So I know when I'm not around and my kids are with you, I know they're in good hands. That's all it takes. Being mature. Being mature and co-parenting. And I wish, like, on my dead grandmother, like, I really wish I could have co-parent. But like I said, when one is mature and the other one isn't mature, it's hard to make a connection. And it's sad. It's really sad. But it is what it is. Like I said, it don't stay cloudy forever. The sun comes out sooner or later. But as long as I'm doing my part as a father and doing the best I can do for my kids, that's all that matters to me. That's what make me feel happy at the end of the day. That's what I'm happy about. Now, other people, if they don't want to put their kids first and they want to put men before their kids or women before their kids, to each his own, but that won't be happening in my book. Not in Jay's book. Never. So I'm reaching my hour mark. As always, tonight was an interesting topic. I really appreciate those who shared their thoughts and who shared the episode to their Facebook. And I thank everyone who tunes in each and every Tuesday, like always. I thank you guys. But until next week, we will be back here, same time, same channel. Each and every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are on episode 21. So as always, I tell you guys, if it's anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to discuss, just shoot me an email. I check my emails daily. And, we could get the topics up here and talk about it. It ain't nothing wrong with talking about topics. I'm here to talk about things that others aren't able to talk about or they're scared to talk about. I ain't scared to talk about any topic. We're going to talk about it. We're going to let our voices be heard. Peace and maintain, fam. Good dialogue and feedback. Good info. Salute, Brown. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in each and every Tuesday, man. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you for sharing the episodes. Thank you for, hitting up your family members, telling them to tune in. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it because I can't do this without you guys. So I appreciate you and all of my viewers that tune in. Thank you. But until next week, I will catch you guys and enjoy the rest of your week as well as your weekend. And I'll catch you guys next Tuesday for episode 22 of J Spot. Salute. And I'll catch you guys next week.